This E-Dragon army with the recalls, not only the easiest E-Dragon army, it is extremely effective, and I'm going to show you today with some live attacks. Here is the army comp we're coming in with. We're going to start the Queen on the top side, and as a surprise to you all, I am not running the Giant Arrow. The last time we ran a Giant Arrow on a video, a lot of you said you either don't have it upgraded or it's quite hard to aim at the core of the base to hit sweepers. So I'm going to run the Frozen Arrow and the Healer Puppet today, and I'm going to show you that this is arguably a better combination because the Giant Arrow is perfect for a base like you see here. I'd be able to get rid of one of the sweepers and activate that Invis Tower in the core, but E-Dragons are really good versus Invis Towers, and I'm going to show you that you can get so much value with the Frozen Arrow, because look at this. If I was running the Giant Arrow here, there is no way my Queen could have got rid of the defensive RC, but we're going to get more than that. Have a look at this Frozen Arrow come into its own here. So Queen fighting the Tesla, and look at that, completely destroys the defensive Queen. Now I should have let my Queen go to get the air defense, but I did think time was an issue. I had spent a minute on that opener. Now we're going to recall the Queen. So with the Queen, you want to go after an air defense or any value on the corner that you can. Then you recall, put the King and Queen together, which is a much stronger combination. Then we're going to put the E-Dragons in between, and look at how good this funnel is. Even though the core is isolated, we are going to be able to get our troops in there. I freeze the Invis Tower the first time. Balloons go off. I have 7 balloons and an Inferno Drag, just in case I bring the Stone Slammer, like I do some of the time. And look at that, the Invis Tower goes off nice and early. Anyway, King's on the bottom side. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the Phoenix, so always pop his ability early. And look at this, the E-Dragons are going to crush the core of this base, even though on paper, it looks like the Giant Arrow should be better for this. The Frozen Arrow is just overall a better hero equipment. I think we can all agree on that. It's a bit more well-rounded. And on a base like this, I mean, look at the Frozen Arrow go to work. We use the Royal Champion on the other side. Essentially use her wherever to finish off the base. But obviously, this was a replay. We got to test it out in Legends League. Worth noting, with this army yesterday, I got plus 295. I tripled my last 5 attacks in a row once I kind of figured out how to use it. But enough words, let's take it into Legends League ourselves. One thing I'm sure you'll all love about this army comp is look at how short the training bar is, or the troop bar. So short and so easy to use. So what am I going to do with my Queen here? Oh, you guys are going to like this. You guys are going to like this. Am I going... No, we won't go for the Eagle side. So I'm going to use my Queen on the bottom side here. Use a Baby Drag to funnel. And now we can pop the Queen ability because we have the Healer Puppet. There's no Invis Vial, so there's no real need to save onto the healers. Just get them spawned in nice and early. Now, the Giant Arrow does give a few extra hit points and DPS, but the Frozen Arrow gives more DPS, and it also gets that slowdown effect, which is so critical. It just gives you so much more flexibility with the opener. So I'm going to get rid of the air defense, maybe the Archer Tower, because I want to set a really good funnel here. My Queen's not really in any mortal danger. Keep in mind when you recall her out, oh, this would be huge. That's going to set such a good funnel. Sweet. Now look at this. Look what we're going to do. So I'm going to put one E-Dragon here. And this is why I came from this side. Look at this Invis Tower. I wouldn't have been able to do it on the other side of the base. I am able to do it on this side of the base. King and Queen, will recall them together. And I hope this base is ready to get kind of wrecked. Well, it should at least. Oh, my King sucks. My King sucks. What are you doing over there, buddy? You don't need to be there. I haven't even raged my E-Dragons yet. There's just been no need. That's a really good NATO, though. Not really sure how I'm meant to stop that. My Queen dies. My King has completely ruined this entire attack. Nice E-Dragon. That was worth the freeze. I can't believe my King did this. I hate Kings so much. If you guys have watched the channel a lot, you do know my opinion on Kings. He is the hardest hero to path in the game. I did place him really badly, though, in hindsight. And he's completely butchered this entire hit. This Invis Tower is now going to be a problem on the back end. My King is still beating walls. God bless him. I'd love to have gotten a chain. Get a shot off, E-Drag. That is so many skeletons, but I don't think it matters. I've still got my king ability, and that is a triple, and I think that shows you the power of this army. Obviously, the eDragons are very powerful here. You saw them be great on the opener, you saw them be great on the closing there, but this is all about the heroes, same as any recall army. And saying that, my king got no value whatsoever. My queen would have done so much better, like we saw in the replay before this. Now, this army can get a little close on time, but thankfully E-Dragons are normally pretty quick. We found every ground skelly on the base. Doesn't matter. 3 stars. I do not really have a clue what to do on this base, so we're just gonna go the simplest approach. I'm going for the town hall. It will cost us a rage spell, but that's fine. It's so unsatisfying popping the queen ability and realizing how little DPS she does. I might have to use a freeze here, but that's fine. I definitely put the rage too early. It is an expensive funnel, but I think that's going to be worth it. Because now what we can do is like... We're going to use the Stone Slammer this time. Alright, we should get some nice chains through the base here. E-Dragons pop off. It's time for the E-Dragon Revolution right here. Oh, what a sick chain. We love that. This is why I like E-Dragons. I genuinely, you guys can disagree obviously, but I genuinely do respect E-Dragons as an army. Because it's not super duper easy to use. It does take a little bit of skill, but if you can do it, my word, you get the reward for it, don't you? The E-Dragons have all gone down a little quicker than I'd like. Oh, look at that chain. We love it. We love it. My RC's getting completely toasted, though. I've got so many freezes. My queen's still hanging on, and I think you can see the benefit of the frozen arrow. Because the giant arrow, yeah, it's nice versus those double invis bases. So if you do have those in war, probably use that. But I think I've shown that the frozen arrow is just so versatile. If I had the giant arrow, my queen dies here. Maybe the attack ends with it. I think the RC would have cleaned it up. But I'm loving the recall. I am loving the recall on this. If the town hall's on the outside, you can get the town hall and use the stone slam. If the town hall's in the core, get out a chunk of the base and the E-Dragons path amazingly. Pretty unusual base here, but it's essentially a ring base with 2 poison towers. A pretty common base type at the moment. Now, I could send my queen for this air defense or this one, and I'm going to pick the top one because the CC's on the top side of the base and my king and queen will come on the non-CC side of the base. Just thought I'd explain that for you all. Pop the queen ability nice and early yet again. Still unsatisfying to watch it get nothing, but I mean, that's just part of the army. You give up the invis vial for this to happen. I am going to have to use a rage spell. I could have used a freeze, but I am going to use a rage here. The queen should go to the left. Yep. Beautiful. I probably should have used a freeze in hindsight. So we've only got 2 rages, and given I'm blimping the town hall, yeah, definitely should have used a freeze. Definitely. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We'll use you like that. I'll worry about my queen in 1 second. Probably span them all a bit too much on the same tile. There you go, queen. Now that sweeper could be a problem. Good thing we can freeze it if necessary. Because we got plenty of freezes with the army. Ah, no! I should have froze. Okay, now this gets fun. Kind of hoping the E-Dragon gets the CC here. Beautiful. I'm never making that mistake of not freezing the town hall again. Well, I probably will make the mistake. But I am endeavoring not to. Oh, that scatter's going to hit the Hulk so hard. No. Scatter live. RC live. How is this gonna work? I guess it's a super compact base. A lot of these ring bases with the double poison towers are super compact. So I guess that's how we're able to get through. But with a failed blimp for the town hall, still gonna get the job done here. I mean, look at this. Frozen arrow yet again. Giant arrow right here would be struggling. Giant arrow would be struggling. I don't even have a high level frozen arrow. Level 23 is obviously super duper solid, but it's not like it's max or anything. Some of you out there have max frozen arrows. The scatter would barely get a shot back, and this is another triple, despite Hooked being a complete noob. Another ring base with poison towers. I know a lot of you be asking, Hooked, we want to see you versus a double invis tower base in this video, and I agree. I just found one. And I would have put it in the video, because obviously, you guys know I'm not really afraid of failing on camera. But, how do I put it? How do I put it? I forgot to use my warden ability. I forgot to put my balloons down. I kind of didn't really know where to put my blimp. So I used a stone slammer randomly. My queen died for nothing. And yeah, it wasn't even that the attack is necessarily bad. I'm bad. We still nearly got the triple. Still nearly got the triple. Maybe I'll put it in the video. We'll see. We will see. Alright, nice little opener for that. Jeez, this guy loves his troll Teslas, huh? Alright, we are obviously going to switch to the blimp for this. I am going to remember to use the warden ability this time. Oh, how good am I? How good am I? I mean, remembering to use a warden ability, that's insane. Not many people can do that with this army. Everyone has their NATOs by the town hall. I didn't realize we were in that sort of meta. We're back to just baiting town hall blimps because we gave up on baiting root riders. I mean, look at those chains. It's just sick. I love watching E-Dragon chains through the base. Now, there was a dragon in the CC, so at least part of the CC's out here. I'm going to wait for these two E-Dragons on the bottom to put some work in. What on earth? Did you guys see that? My iPad nearly froze. The iPad. I've never seen that before in all of my clashing. I am not trying to swag my royal champion, by the way. Okay, E-Dragons, chain the worst possible way. That's alright. We got you. We got you, and that, I think, sums up this video very, very well. I think this army's strong. I'm not just saying it to say it. Funneling is just so much easier with the E-Dragons. For a noob like me with the E-Dragons, this is clearly the best way to use this. Very friendly to new players. Not the highest skill E-Drag army in the game, although there is still a little bit with it. Just make sure you use your spells right, and you'll be good.